Hello, creative brothers and sisters. I am going live here in July of 2020. You'll see I'm in the car. I don't think that I've gone live in the car since last year, but I'm running just a bit late. I left the house without my phone and figured I'd press that live button because I'd like to be punctual. Anyway, some of you may see, well, I guess you probably can't see if I'm looking here. I got my Be Studios green t-shirts in just the other day, and so I'm wearing that today. Got that from Alan Hops in his shop, and I'm excited to be wearing it. But I'm glad you guys are joining us anyways. It is a 90-degree balmy day. Rain didn't hit us, but it went right by us. And so it's humid and it's summertime, July of 2020. If you guys are kind of date stamping this in the future and looking back, this is the year of the pandemic. I don't know if anybody's going to forget about that. But here in the Cleveland area, they're making masks mandatory. I think tomorrow. But anyways, I'm glad you joined me today. Hopefully you were able to join us last week by us. Beth was there, but we interviewed Jess Octavek, and she has a phenomenal story. And I was excited to hear it. But I encourage you, if you haven't already heard it, to go back and watch that. And even though the Wi-Fi is choppy and pixelated at the beginning, there's a lot of good information there, and so we encourage you to go back there. Very notably, because Jess found recovery and mourning and processing through her photography and her creativity, and so that's a great story, and one worth watching a second time if you did watch it last week. Next week we have a great guest, Laura Grace Weldon. She was Ohio's 2019 Poet of the Year. So we're going to have a writer-poet next week, and poetry is and metered writing is near and dear to my heart. So this will be our first poet on Tuesday at 7. But as you all know, we're mobile here, but I pulled over. I still have the air conditioning running, but we're going to pick the winner for the two photographs from last week. They're both autographed. This is Jess's work. You probably saw it from last week. They're in they're heavy-duty prints, and they're protected in these plastic covers. You guys might also recognize that because that's not only a photo by Jess, but also the subject matter is Carrie Esser, who was also a guest. But anyways, we're going to draw a name here real quick. I've got the names here in the hat, and we'll send these two photos off to you. You guys know it's randomized because it's live. The winner is Craig Lau. So congratulations. Is that, can't tell if that's backwards or not because I got the sun right in my eyes. Anyway, wanted to just have a quick discussion about a few things here, and some things I'm kind of excited to talk about. In terms of Tuesday at 7, right? A few years ago, at the very first time I pressed the live button, it was still newer, at least it was newer to me, on Facebook, and my wife Beth was at choir at the Ball and Walden's Women's Chorale, and I pressed the live button and was just doing special effects demos. Not sure where it would go or where it would take us. And a lot of folks watched it, and I think enjoyed it over the weeks. We got some positive feedback, and because I'm just a hack and don't know a whole lot, we started to bringing in other folks to share their experience and their expertise. That's continued to build momentum. We then started interviews and talking about, I mean, we had some demonstrations in between there, but then the interview is we wanted to explore people's stories, and people continued to watch. And so as I was looking back at Tues 87 again, I think 2.5 years ago, I think we're about 70 videos in, discovered some things about myself. And one of those things was an emergence of what I know to be like somebody's why, or my why, the WHY, my why. And my why is, I believe that we can eliminate the starving artist misnomer by, number one, uniting creatives, and number two, by providing knowledge to thrive as individuals and thrive in community. So I believe we can eliminate the starving artist misnomer by, number one, uniting creatives, and number two, providing knowledge to thrive as individuals and thrive in community. And so as I kind of reflect back, that not only does Tues 87 kind of fit that, but the other things, we also have a private community in the background. Those folks who are art exchangers, you know that that's been going on for almost 30 years, and that fits that why as well. We have this special effects makeup team called Gen XYZ. It fits that that why. I think probably even going back and taking a look at some things I participated in the past, teaching and instructional stuff, even stuff that I was interested in my teens, 20s, 30s, and 40s, and now 50s, was community. And so I guess if I had to look at it, what I would like to see Tuesday at 7, and this is, you know, kind of vision, but something that I think we can go to. But in terms of that vision, I made myself a few notes here. Or, you know, before I even go there, let me look back and say, as we're looking back 2.5 years of Tues 87, I was taking a look at the types of interviewees that we had and all the genius artists that have participated, both by sharing photos, by participating as participants, by interviews. And I'd say that what feels like, as the information is moving, it feels as though what's emerging to me are 13 creative languages. Now that sounds like a lot, but it's kind of what's emerging. And when I think about creative languages, it's for instance, it could be like performance, which is like theater, experiential, interactive, and you know, that theatrical stuff. That's a creative language. You've got 3D, you've got body arts. I'm just naming out a couple. There's even the taste. So food, edible art, brewing, distillery, gastric and mixology, that's an art. Wearable, costuming, sewing, those type of things. And so I saw what was emerging as what feels like 13 different creative languages. And so as Tues 87 continues, we're going to try to cover those things. So you're going to see some areas that we haven't gone into yet. And so if you have a unique creative talent, please join us. Send me an instant message. We're going to continue Tues 87. What we hope is that after this, the pandemic and the creative, the pandemic and the coronavirus is behind us, we hope to have some creative pop-up events, some live events, so people have the opportunity to meet live. We have folks from all over the world that participate, and we're going to encourage that. Unfortunately, our pop-up events or live events are probably going to be more Ohio-based, although I could see that changing at some point. I would love to see somebody take this same kind of idea and kind of franchise it into other time zones, and start to engage the network and the communities in different time zones as well. This fall, what we're hoping to do, and we're pressing the gas to get it done. And I'm pretty confident that in some form or fashion it'll be there. We're going to do a kind of a virtual summit, and what I mean by a virtual summit is we're going to bring some artists, some creatives in, and they're going to go into some in-depth discussion and demos and some other things that are unique to them. So we're going to kind of push out some extra education. And for those that want to join it, that's going to be free, and it's going to be meaningful. It's going to be great information. We're going to encourage you to join there. We hope at some point to find these creative communities. Again, I was talking about those creative languages, but hopefully we'll be able to continue building that community, providing some knowledge there, some coaching, some mentoring, etc. And let's see where it goes from there. Again, what we're looking to do is to kind of push even further. Again, if I were to talk about that why I had mentioned at the very beginning, it's I believe we the community can eliminate the starving artist misnomer by uniting creatives. Number one, uniting creatives. Number two, by providing knowledge to thrive as individuals and thrive in community. And so I hope that you share that same vision. I hope that speaks to you. If it does, hit the like button. If you are finding that that's a special interest to you, not only the virtual summits, but maybe mentoring or being mentored or some coaching or some teaching, deep diving into some other areas, hit the like button or private message me and let me know that you're interested there, and I'll know at least we're going in the right direction here. Again, this is a community, and so although I'm kind of the face, I'm pressing the live button, it's the community that matters and all the people that participate, and we're very thankful for you who are watching and who are also out there as well. But I'm gonna turn off, you guys will see my hand. I'm gonna get out of my vehicle here real quick. I know it's shaky. Hang with me, guys. You guys are all doing well this week, and thanks Ellen Hops and wife Shannon for getting this shirt over to me. And if you guys haven't seen the Still Beat Studios out on YouTube, it's a great place. But I am walking here where it's kind of windy here. Hopefully you guys can hear me all right. But this is where I went to high school. I played, I don't know if you guys can see that over there. I played football on that football field. They're playing soccer out there now. But the reason why I'm walking out here is there are a lot of folks that might say that somebody's why is determined early on in life. Somebody would say it's as early as high school, and I thought that was a bunch of crap, actually. And as I kind of did some reflection back to me and looked back at my past, I think that was actually pretty accurate. If I take a look at my behavior and my interests and my communities and my friends, it kind of aligns to that why. But I don't know if you guys can see it. I'm going to turn it here. But this is actually the art room. The art room where hopefully you can see through that glass. But this is the art room where I received great education. My art teacher, Diane Ballas, is still active here and is part of the Tuesday at 7 community as well. But the reason why I came back to the high school is because I do think that that why was probably with me early on, and after 35 years of exploration, I think I've kind of come to that conclusion. But to maybe kind of close down this thing, we're looking to kind of press the gas on Tuesday at 7. We hope that you folks are with us. Again, feel free to share. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I was thinking about what I'm going to do to provide, you know, because I'm a big fan of gifting art and creating art for folks. But what I'm going to do is, if you share, we'll draw your name next week as we interview Laura Grace Weldon, the 2019 Poet of the Year here in Ohio. If you share and your name is drawn, I'm going to create an original piece of artwork. I'll need you to provide me a few images, and I'll create an original piece of artwork based on those images. Again, it's going to be my style. It could be sculpture, it could be in wood, it could be two-dimensional, it could be a portrait. I'm not quite sure yet, but if you share and your name is drawn, I'll create an original piece of artwork and provide that to you. Again, I believe we can eliminate that starving artist misnomer by, number one, uniting creatives, and number two, providing knowledge to thrive as individuals and thrive in community. I hope you guys are with me too. Have a great week.